And we're back.
We're back. Go ahead.
HCTV Diner Edition.
Rare editions. Rare editions.
Let me open this. You can get a better look at it. This is not the piece I want. This is the piece that I want. This piece holds a chip of what is called the Godstone. It was found by Saint Clement when he was banished by the Roman Emperor Trajan, I think I'm saying that right, to hard labor in a quarry. Basically, he was touched by the Holy Hand and sentenced there because God wanted him to dig this up.
And this is sterling silver too?
There was a tablet that was written by the hands of the angels, and that tablet, it was written by the hands of the angels in order to give all knowledge of a practice that's called soul transfusion. Now, the chip is much older than the ring. The chip was found when the bones of St. Clement were found in a landfill not too long ago, not like yesterday or anything, but not too long ago. It was found, and that chip was found with it, and it was set into that ring, and it gives you the full power of soul transfusion. Now, what soul transfusion means, it works a lot like blood transfusion, where your soul is taken out of your body. Now, you keep your mind, and you'll still know who you are, but you can select any soul to bring into your body in place of your own. Any soul. I mean, they have to be a dead person, but it could be an angel, it could be a powerful saint, it could be a powerful person, it could be a loved one, it could be a relative. But you're taking your soul out and replacing it with another soul, and you can do that as many times as you want to.
Now, why do they want to do that? Explain to them why they want to do that.
Because they can, if you want to replace your soul with a very powerful soul, you'll gain their magic, you'll gain their power, you'll gain their knowledge.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's say, I want to trade my soul out for the soul of whoever, okay? And they have a lot of natural, like, magical abilities, okay? Right. So I'm using those abilities. I still have my own mind. I have all that. What happens if I trade the soul out again? Do I keep?
No.
The abilities of
yeah, you keep the abilities, but you don't keep the soul. You will keep.
So the abilities that I used from the soul that I took in, I'll still have.
You'll still know it in your brain, but you'll be switching out the soul.
So can I still use the power? So let's say this. Let's say I wear it. I trade out my soul for yours because you're dead. I snag it. I have your powers. I go on the journey you did with the spirit and all. Mm-hmm. Now I have those abilities, and now I'm like, you know what? I want to snag it out for like Babe Ruth. I want to hit home runs.
Right.
Do I still keep what I got from you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Move on to the next one. So now we know what that's about. I want to make sure
this piece.
We don't have this going right.
What's that?
That we knew what was happening. Okay.
Yeah. So there was this castle in what is modern day Lake Van in Turkey. And the castle was on an island, and it sunk to the bottom of the ocean, or to the bottom of the lake. Sorry, it's actually a sea, but it sunk to the bottom of the sea. And with ROV technology, they were able to find that there were all these mysterious carvings around the base of the castle: demons, humans, animals, other effects like that. And what was found out by a sorcerer who went there was that all of those carvings represented a spell. Now, the words that were there were taken back to scientists, and they were found not to be able to be translated to mean anything. It was basically a bunch of gibberish. So,
or so they said.
Or so they say, because they didn't know that it's actually the presence of 700 spells. So, the sorcerer, when he was doing this, was able to sponge basically the powers from that were all carved around the bottom of the castle and put them into this piece. Now this carving here is the master carving, and the master spell, and that carving directs and gives you full control over all the other 700 spells. Now there's spells there for everything.
Okay.
It's 700 spells, love spells, wealth spells,
So how would you use that if you wanted to cast a love spell?
If you wanted to cast a love spell, so basically you would hold it in your hand and you would focus your energy, and the spell would come to you and it would be cast.
And how long does focusing the energy take?
How much what?
How long does focusing the energy take?
A couple hours.
You need to hold that thing for a couple hours?
I mean, I did when I used it, but I mean, I've been able to use it in like 10 minutes, but I mean, I've also been able to make it more powerful by holding it for 3 hours. Yes.
Oh wow, I don't have 3 hours time.
Well, then you don't have to use it for 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of time. What about when we gave that for Kelly to test? Kelly said she only used it for 3 minutes. Was that accurate?
Kelly did say she only used it for 3 minutes and that the spell was powerful enough to bring her what she wanted.
Okay, so you were holding it for what reason then? You had nothing to do?
Well, no, because I figured it would make it even more powerful.
And
it
did
was
it?
Powerful, yeah.
And did it? Okay. All right, so I guess it'll depend on what you got to do.
Powerful.
All right, so I'm just saying, if it was something that took 3 hours, I don't have time for it. But Kelly said it was like, 3 to 5 minutes on everything she asked it for, and it worked fine. So that's all I want to clarify. Okay, what's the next one?
These two. Those are the two angels that.
That's a vintage piece. Too.
Yes. Those two angels are the two cherubs that guarded the Ark of the Covenant. And in the middle is a picture, obviously a picture frame. Now, I know we've done a lot of pieces about the Ark of the Covenant, but this is very unique because this piece was actually used in Masonic rituals, blood rituals.
It don't even have all its stones, but it's old.
Things like that, where what they would do in order for their Masons to reach the 33rd degree, they would take a picture of that particular person and put it in the center here.
Okay.
And that would basically grant them the 33rd degree and give them the full powers of every relic that was ever held.
So does every Mason that reaches 33rd degree use that piece? Because now we have it.
Well, I mean, not every Mason, but it was an artifact that was used for that purpose.
Okay. All right, so they have multiple ones then? Like different things they use?
They have multiple.
But it all has to do with the Ark of the Covenant.
Right, yes. They have multiple ones, but this one is unique.
Okay.
In the way that it's used.
All right. Show me the next one.
That is the Sundry Sorceress.
Oh, this one's a shame, actually.
So
this was a 12-year-old, right?
Yeah, it was a 12-year-old girl.
Right,
she was of nobility, and she was married away at 12 years old to some guy who was like in his 30s. And
were they Muslim?
No, they weren't Muslim. They were European.
Okay.
But
no, I'm just wondering.
But well, no, that's what the nobility did. They married off their people to create, like.
Oh, okay. So back then, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. My brain is out.
Because it was in the 1400s.
Oh, okay. So that's normal.
Right. Yeah. Well, back then it was.
Yeah, back then.
But anyways, she didn't want to engage in sexual activities with him, so basically he killed her, and she was found.
Girl.
Yeah, and her body was found by a witch who revived her and taught her witchcraft, and through her witchcraft, she was able to teach herself how to take the form of other beings, basically, and she's been around ever since because she's immortal. And
well, it's not like she's physically immortal because she was dead, but she'll take on a body. So are we talking possession here then? With
right,
this?
pretty much.
Not to you though, right?
So no, not to me. But basically,
you're just getting a piece with power.
She's been many different forms. She's taken a Mayan witch form. She has.
This is an old piece, so everybody knows it's
an Atlantis temple runner,
sparkling new.
A German sorcerer during the World War II. She was taking the form of a geisha, a voodoo high priestess. She's taken the form of very many magical beings, and when you wear this, she will show you all of the forms that she's taken, and she will give you the powers and abilities, of course, that you want to take away from what she shows you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah, she's pretty old.
All right. We will be back.